Welcome to the Nintendo Powercast, Nintendo News Minute for May 5th. That's right, Revenge of the 5th. I'm your host, N64 Josh, and let's jump right into this thing. Just before going live, Nintendo tweeted, "Get ready, Legend of Zelda fans. We'll be hosting a special live stream leading up to the at Nintendo New York City midnight launch of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Tune in on 5/11, starting at 6:45 p.m., 9:45 p.m. Eastern, to watch Nintendo Treehouse Live and more." Then the tweet underneath it says the live stream will include 4 Nintendo Treehouse Live segments featuring gameplay from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Stay tuned in afterwards for more live stream content counting down to the game's release. I don't know that we've really seen much from Nintendo like this before, honestly. And I mean, I'm here for it. Market this game, market this game. Now, I'm not going to read on what it says below there because people are wild. All right. People are wild, just jumping into these mentions right away. It's crazy. But I mean, I know for a lot of us that are pretty hardcore in the in the Nintendo scene, we don't need anything more from the Legend of Zelda. But who knows? Maybe they've got some fun stuff planned too. Maybe there's I don't know if there's secrets they're going to show off, or it's that fine line, right? I don't want to know too much more information, but what else are they going to show us? And it's starting 15 minutes before the launch of the game. So I can't imagine there even being much there to spoil anything. And they got 4 segments planned, which is cool. So maybe we're going to see more, interviews with fans, possibly, right? Maybe they're going to be interviewing some people at the event there live. I don't know. If you're planning on showing up to the event there live, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And before we jump to the next section, if you guys ever come across any Nintendo news that you think it would be great for me to use, I came up with, you can just go hashtag NPC news, and I will look up that hashtag and see if there's something that I can share that morning before I end up going live. And also, it gets, you'll get shouted out on here and everything, and it just makes this more about us and less just about me. So I appreciate you guys, and for everybody that does hit me up with, hits my DMs and everything with like, "Hey, check this out," or "You might have missed this." I love that stuff. So keep it coming. Moving on over, Nintendo Life says, reminder, Splatoon's Zelda 3 Splatoon 3's Zelda-themed Splatfest kicks off this weekend. So I gotta know, who'd you choose? Wisdom, power, courage? What's your team? I might jump into this. I'm gonna try. And I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna go green. I'm gonna go green this one. So if I'm able to jump in, that's where I'm gonna be choosing. But what about you? Are you excited for this? Were you able to pick up any of the keychains? Did you see the keychains? There's a bunch of stuff on mynintendo.com right now where you can use platinum points to pick up some physical items for this Splatfest, which is pretty rad. Of course, you can scrub and get get the different power-ups and everything for the game for much cheaper during the Splatfest weekend. So take advantage of that. And good luck to everybody. Hope you guys have some great games. We'll be talking about this more on the main show with Cheesy, because we know he loves some Splatoon. So we'll get some more info there. But yeah, I'm well, here's more tweets from him. It says, in-game voting for Splatoon across the Legend of Zelda Splatfest and Splatoon 3 starts today. This is from April 28th. It says, choose your team at the pledge box, and remember that playing matches online from 5/5 at 5 p.m. Pacific will earn conch shells. They'll help decide the winner and can be traded for items. Getting warmed up for Splatoon across the Legend of Zelda Splatfest and Splatoon 3. Redeem this QR code at Splatnet 3 via the Nintendo Switch Online app for free in-game food item that temporarily doubles the cash you and your teammates receive while playing matches online. So that's also kind of cool. So if you're going to be jumping in, make sure to, if you're watching this video, the QR code is on the screen right now. And if not, you can head over to Nintendo's Twitter and just look for the tweet on April 28th. Speaking of Twitter, I want to head back real quick because I jumped over. I jumped over to from a tweet from. There we go. This is from Joe Merrick. He's the webmaster at Cerebi. If you guys are Pokemon fans, you definitely know what the Cerebi.net is. And apparently, from the new anime, we get to see what the inside of the luxury ball looks like. Now, I have it on the screen here if you're watching the video. If you're on Spotify, video, of course, works, or you can go check it out on YouTube. But they've got they've got the French duck, as I like to call him, just chilling out inside the luxury ball. He's on a couch. He's got a nice drink. There's a disco ball. There's lights. It looks like how you kind of would expect the inside of the luxury ball to look. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I think about Pokemon, I figure they're all just kind of crammed in these balls and they're like, yo, get me out of here. I want to. That's why they're so ready to fight, because they're just tired of being cramped. No, they're living the life apparently inside these Pokeballs. So don't feel bad for them. They're having a good time. And underneath this tweet, somebody else put another tweet that shows apparently the inside of all the different balls, from a regular Pokeball to the Great Ball, Ultra Ball, so on and so forth. And I don't know, they say they don't know who did this piece of art, but it's interesting just to see that the cartoon has finally given us a glimpse of the inside of what the luxury ball may look like. I think it's hilarious, and I think it's I mean, it's just a good time. It's just fun. And speaking of Pokemon, guys, the Poke News Now podcast is back. If you want to go check out some of those episodes, 2 episodes have gone out this week. Moving on over to Nintendo Everything. Nintendo recaps the story of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So there is a YouTube video on Nintendo's channel that gives you a recap. So maybe you haven't played Breath of the Wild. Maybe it's been 6 years since you jumped in and you want a little recap or whatever. Well, Nintendo has put a video up on YouTube. The article says, looking for a refresher of the story of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild ahead of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom launch next week. Nintendo has you covered in that area with a new video. Remember that Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Nintendo's video does contain video for the latter. As for Tears of the Kingdom, here's what to expect. An epic adventure across the land and skies of Hyrule awaits in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for Nintendo Switch. The adventure is yours to create in a world fueled by your imagination. In this sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you'll decide your own path through the sprawling landscapes of Hyrule and the mysterious islands floating in the vast skies above. You can harness the power of Link's new abilities and fight back against the malevolent forces that threaten the kingdom. So, if you need a little refresher on Breath of the Wild, Nintendo has you covered over on YouTube, and you can go check that out now if you would like. Lastly, yesterday being May the 4th, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, adds Luke Starkiller minifigure for free. And if you're just listening, you're not seeing the picture here, but there is a very there's some old artwork of Luke Starkiller, okay, where I think he's even underwater. He's got some kind of breathing apparatus. He may also be just in space and having to have the breathing apparatus. He's got goggles on. He's got a yellow lightsaber. Some just the clothing is a little bit different, and I want to say that I even have a comic book that has this on the cover. The cover art is what Luke Starkiller was initially going to be. It's essentially concept art for Luke Skywalker. Now, there's a few things that are kind of cool about this. One, the minifigure is free in game. If you own the game, you have the minifigure. You can jump in and play with it. Here's the tweet from Lego Star Wars game. It says, as we celebrate the legacy of the Star Wars saga, this early version of Luke Skywalker was known as Luke Starkiller and based on a concept designed by Ralph McQuarrie. And so then they have a video of the minifig in action here. I hit play, but I'm not sure it's actually gonna. It doesn't look like it's actually gonna work, and that's fine. Now, what is interesting, and we've been talking Star Wars stuff. We've been talking the Force Unleashed, and there's a sale going on the eShop right now that I talked about yesterday. But it says, and just to clarify, this is free content to celebrate May 4th, so everyone with a copy of the game will be able to play this character. Starkiller was a concept art created by Ralph McQuarrie for the original Star Wars, although you might also know Starkiller as the protagonist from Star Wars The Force Unleashed series. Um, as part of this free minifigure offer, the game has also been updated. This new build includes a vibration intensity, accessibility option, and additional stability and bug fixes. So Lego Star Wars, if it's not a game you've picked up, the Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, it's pretty stellar. Of course, if you can play it on a system other than Switch, it's going to look a little prettier, but it's completely playable, and it is still a great time on the Switch. And plus, you get it on the go that way as well. So, a game I recommend picking up. If you've already got the game, make sure to go update it and check out Luke Starkiller. Just another friendly reminder, guys, that I do have a new YouTube channel, the Star Wars Podcast. It's youtube.com/at Star Wars Pod. If you want to check out some Star Wars content there, the podcast is hopefully launching today. I tried to launch yesterday, but I got a little bit too busy and ended up going and watching Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a lot of fun, and I highly recommend. So that's going to do it for today's Nintendo News Minute. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every day. I really do appreciate you. And there are big things planned to try to get you guys more involved. Like we talked about on this show, I'm going to use the hashtag NPC News. If you guys have something you want me to cover, there's also going to be some other hashtags in the very near future as we dive deeper into like these retro Connect games. We're still doing the countdown for the Legend of Zelda. Today's going to be Twilight Princess. I have the Four Swords, but I didn't get a chance to get it fully edited yet. So hopefully that's going to go up as well. Just so much content coming out, and I'm just having such an incredible time. So, and it's all because of you guys that I'm able to do this. So thank you so much. Please share the show with a friend if you're enjoying it. If you're in any Facebook groups and you think the people would benefit from listening to the show, you can share it there. All of it helps me, and I'm just so grateful. So thanks again for everything, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye now.